Hey there everybody, it's Richie D back again, now looking at one of the most anticipated smartphones of 2015, the Samsung Galaxy S6. Let's check it out. Alright, so here it is. This is my first look at the S6, and it's a beauty, I've got to say. Moving from the S5 to the S6 is a massive step forward for Samsung, particularly moving into that premium materials build. It's very, very cool. Still very thin, very light. It's under 7 mils in thickness. It does have that weird camera bump at the back. I guess, you'd be wanting to get yourself a case for that because you really don't want to get that scratched, and you'd hate to because it is a superb camera, which we'll look at later on. Also, quite light, 138 grams, but you really don't feel it. I mean, the biggest thing you feel when you pick it up, to be honest, is, or what you don't feel, is that kind of plasticky back. Now you feel this quite nice Gorilla Glass 4, and it feels superb. It feels really good in the hand. There's a nice curve around the edges when you hold it. It's just a well-built, nice feeling smartphone. Obviously, a couple of things have fallen away from the S5. The lack of the micro SD card and not being waterproof are two things some people might take umbrage with Samsung for taking away. Time will tell, obviously, and the market will tell if that is a big issue. But with obviously the higher usage of fast broadband access to cloud-based backups and what have you, we'll see if that's really an issue. I mean, obviously, one of the biggest competitors, the iPhone, doesn't and has never had an expandable memory. Down the bottom here, you can see there's a little speaker. You've got the micro SD card for super fast charging. 10 minutes charge gives you 4 hours, which is really cool. The headphone jack, which is now down the bottom, which used to be at the top, as it was with the S5. There seems to be a move towards having headphone jacks down the bottom. On the side, you've got the power button and the nano SIM. And obviously you don't have any ability to be able to open up and remove the battery. It's completely sealed. So that move from the S5 to the S6 is a massive one in terms of their directional change. I guess the question is how many people actually took the battery out and changed it, and or had extra batteries. Of course, the screen is a beautiful screen. I've got to say, I've been using this, and the screen is really nice. It's that the Super AMOLED screen, which has always been very nice, and seeing it in this size. I've had the Note 4, and that's been the same resolution, 1440 by 2560. But because it's a smaller screen, 5.1 versus 5.7, the pixel density is even greater. Look, I can't really tell the difference, but it looks superb. It's got an octa-core, so it's got 2 quad-cores, and it's running their own chip, the Exynos, and it's very, very snappy. It's got 3 gig of RAM as well, so you can have heaps of stuff open in the background. Fairly solid. Uses Lollipop. And as you can see here, when you go into split screen mode, it actually retains some of that lollipop feel as well. This camera so far is fantastic. I've actually got a separate video completely on what the camera can do, and I'm very happy with it. 16 megapixels, it's got OIS on board, records up to 4K, but all in all, moving from the S5 to this, from a craftsmanship point of view, this is a brilliant step up from the S5. I really like holding the S6. Anyway, that's it from me for the S6. Let us know if there's anything else you'd like me to test out on this. Thanks a lot for joining me. Leave comments and I'll respond. Until next time.